Hello guys, you're welcome to my channel again. This is a home of fashion where I do teach how to cut and sew varieties of tie. So in today's tutorial, this is what you're going to be making. As you can see how beautiful and lovely this came out. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you can get notified. As you can see, my client is very happy. She seems to like it so much. Alright guys, if you're interested in learning this, let's dive into the tutorial. So guys, this is the fabric I'll be using for this tutorial. I have about 3.5 years of this material, so I'm just going to open it up now and let's start cutting it. So I've taken the length from shoulder to waist is 16 inches, but here I measure 7.5 inches. So I'm just going to open it up here. Then I'm going to set one aside for the back piece. So I merge it into two like this. So from here we start the marking. My nipple to nipple is 7.5, but I'm measuring 8. Sorry, this is a white fabric. You might not be able to see my marking very well, but I promise you're going to understand what we're going to be doing. So I place a long ruler to make a straight line. So right now that we've gotten the straight line, that is our nipple to nipple measurement. So I'm going to be measuring from shoulder to my bust point. My bust point is 11. I make a mark there. Then my round on the bust is 15. Is 15 as you can see. So then from here now I'm going to be measuring my shoulder. My shoulder is 15, which is 7.5, but I mark at 8. So from there now I'm just going to be coming down to curve my armhole like this. So here I'm going to be coming down by 5 inches for my round neck. So you can see what I'm doing. So around the shoulder I'll be coming down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. So I'm going to be making a straight line on the round bust. So I'm coming down from the shoulder now. I'll be coming down by 4.5 inch. Then I'll connect in a curved manner to my bust point, then straight down to my round under bust. Around the round under bust I curve down by 2 inch as you can see. So from there I came down straight. So I came out by 5 inch. Then I connect them back to my bust point. That is to avoid the budging after the joining. So I'm inserting my round body measurement. Now my round body is 40 divided by 410 plus 2 inches seam allowance around the round bust, but around this chest line I make use of the same thing. So plus 2 inches of the dart, then plus 2 inches seam allowance. So then the round waist now is 15, no, it's 30 divided by 4, which is 7.5, then plus 2 inches dart allowance, then plus 2 inches seam allowance. Then the round waist is 28 divided by 4, which is 7, plus 2 inches dart allowance, then plus 2 inches seam allowance. Do you understand this? So I'm going to be cutting this out for you guys to see. This is all our mark. I'm cutting them out. Do you see this? So this is it. This is how it came out. So around that armhole, I'm not going to be cutting it out. It's later, after I might have joined it, I'll now trim out my normal armhole. So I'm going to place my front center piece on the back like this to get my back piece cut out. So for the back neckline, I'll be coming down by 3 inches. So we are done with this now. I'm going to be cut the lining and the wadding, then I'll gum the wadding before we start the sewing. So this is the upper part of this dress. All right, so I supposed to measure 40 inches for this upper part, that is the length, but I measure 42 inches. I add 2 inches seam allowance on it. So from here now, I'm going to be measuring my round waist. My round waist is 30 divided by 4, which is 7.5, then plus 2 inches seam allowance. So from my waist to my bust to my hip point is 13. So I'm going to measure my hip. My hip is 42 divided by 4, which is 10.5. So I measure 10.5, then plus 2 inches seam allowance. So I'm just going to be using my curve ruler to connect from my waist to my hip line. Then my round thigh is 40 divided by 4, which is 10, then plus 2 inches seam allowance. So I'm still going to connect down to the round thigh. That's our lap. So from there now, the wideness of the downside, sorry, my camera is not covering everything. I measured 11 inches, so I'm just going to connect from here down to where I mark my 11 inches at the down. It's a pencil one, so I'm just going to start and cut it out now. So I'm going to from down measure 17 inches upward for our slit. So I mark, then I came out by 1.5 inch. I'm going to roll it down. Then when I read that downside in a curved manner like this, it's going to serve as my zipper allowance. Then the wideness of the slit at the down will serve as our lapping after we might have lining it. So as you can see, I'm just going to notch so that I will know where my lining is going to start from. So I'll go ahead, I'll cut the lining just exactly the way I cut the skirt or the down part of the dress. So guys, that one is done. The next thing I'll be cutting now is the sleeve. So the sleeve is going to be a very puff one, but it's not going to be that puff around the upper side. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to come down by around 12 inches. So from that 12 inches, I'm going to make some pleats on the shoulder. So from there now, I'm going to arrange my ruler like this in a slant manner, then I'll mark. So I'm just going to be cutting this out. So I'll be folding this way to insert my elastic rubber to gather it together like this, then like this also. This is how it's going to be looking on our dress after I might have fixed it on it. So guys, this is it. I'm done cutting the lining. As you can see, this is the wording, and I've already used my iron to gum the wording on it. Then these are the lining for the back piece and the front piece also. So this is the down part of it. As you can see, I've already cut the lining as well. So I'll go ahead, I'll go and use this lining now to turn it round. So I'll go ahead, I'll go and join all this lining. I'll join all the joining all the joinable parts. So for the front side, this is how I'm going to be placing it. All right, so I'll just secure it gently, then I'll place the second side pieces on it and secure it gently also. So I'll go ahead, I'll go and do all that, then I'll come and show you the next thing to do. So guys, this is it. This is the front. This is the front lining. I'm done joining it. This is the back. As you can see, I've joined, and I've also joined the lining. Then this is the front. So you can see how beautiful this came out. This is it. So what I'm going to be doing now, I merge it together like this so that I can cover out my armhole. Remember, the neckline that we drew first was our initial neckline. So I'm just going to cover out my real armhole now. This is it. I'm just setting it to make sure that everything is well aligned. So right now, I'm going to be placing this on the back piece as well, so that we can shape our back piece to rhyme with the front piece. If you're interested in sewing this type of style, just get your fabric and start practicing, start learning, start watching, and start cutting your own. And don't forget, when you're done sewing your own, send it to me and let me see the outcome of your dress. All right, so right now, as you can see, I'm placing the front piece on the back piece so I can shape it out. This is reason why it's very important for you to add some inches to your length, because after you might have joined the front, it will become shorter. All right, so right now I'm just placing it like this so that I can now get my real measurement. So I'm just shaping the extra inches that I added to it. So for this back side, I'm just going to be shaping it this way so that to avoid the budging of the zip after we might have fixed the zip. So I'll be placing this on the lining to shape the lining out just exactly we shape this out as well. So because this dress is one shoulder dress, you know that. So right now I'm going to be taking away one shoulder just like this. It's very simple. I'm taking away one shoulder just like this. So now I'll be placing this on the back piece. So this is how it's going to be looking. So I'll place this on the back piece. So I arrange my back piece in a way that the zipper allowance enter each other. You see this? Do you see this? So right now I'm just going to place the front piece on it just this way. So I shape out the back neckline also, so you can see. So do you see this? So now I'll go and cut the lining the way I have shaped it. I'll go and shape the lining as well, then I'll use it to turn it. So because we're not making exactly what we saw on the thumbnail, we are going to be making is it a curve, I'll call it. So for the front side, just to make it look different, so this is how I'm going to be getting that. As you can see, when at the initial point of this video, you saw how the front side was so beautiful with that design of a cape and a trimmings on it. So this is how I get it. So I place the right side of the front piece on a fresh fabric like this, then I make a mark. So this is to allow it to sit perfectly on the chest line. So I follow the chest line measurement, as you can see. So after I'm done marking, then I started coming out by 3 inches. So I just mark it this way. Sorry, it's a white material, I can't really see it, but I'm sure with my cutting you'll be seeing what we mark well. So I'll be cutting that double. I'll use one to turn the other one, then I'm just going to use my trimmings. After I might have done it, I'm just going to use my trimmings to design it, just like the one you saw at the initial point of the video. So after I might have designed it, I'll join it like this before I use my lining to turn it. So I shape it around this armhole side so that it will not enter the shaping of the dress. So I'll go ahead so I'm going to cut the second piece for the front now. If you're watching till this end, please, I want you to give this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to share, comment. Thank you. If you notice, we just hit 10,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, all, because this couldn't have happened without your love and your support. So guys, I'm done doing what I told you I'm going to be doing. I just use my silver trimmings to make it designed to follow what we cut. So I joined and I use my lining to turn it. So I've already turned the back. I'll use a loose stitch to join the back first. So I'll be losing that later. So this is it. As you can see, this is how we came up about the front piece, the design that you saw. So this is the sleeve. I've already used elastic rubber to gather the downside together, and I'll be closing the side. Then I'm just going to be fixing our sleeve just like this. All right. So for the downside now, as you can see, I did not top stitch the upper side of this dress because I want the joining to be inside. So I don't want the joining to be showing, so there'll be no need for us to go and be weaving after joining again. So just watch and see how I'm going to be doing this. I make an opening around this downside here. I'm just going to insert my hand on it, then I'll place my cloth like this. After I might have joined it, then or she can bring it in like this, or you can still hold your lining like this. You bring it out from the opening and you run a stitch through it. Then I'll do the same thing to the back. I'll go ahead, I'll go and do all that, and I'll come and show you how it look. Alright guys, as you can see how this is looking, so you can see how perfect this is looking. The joining is inside. Alright, so like this, there is no need for you to go and be weaving it. Then the slit side, I tack it down with the lining in so that it will not show. So I'll just go ahead now. So we're going to be placing them on each other like this, wrong side facing the wrong side like this. Then I'll shape it. So I'll fix the sleeve just like this. Then I'll complete the dress. I'll come and show you the final look of it. Alright guys, we have come to the end of this class, or of this tutorial today. As you can see how beautiful this is looking. So this is how I always keep it simple and understandable here. So guys, if you have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, help me like and share this video. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. See you in my next video. Bye for now.